Part 1. Part 1 is stupid questions. Each candidate will be asked a bunch of questions to which the answer is easy, like where do you live or do you like cake? Answers should be short, but not just one word. This part usually lasts around 4 or 5 minutes, but the candidates don't need to worry about it.
Part 2 is the two pictures part. They will give candidate A a set of two photos and a question for A to answer about the photos. You are given 60 seconds. A good strategy would be describing the first photo for 10 seconds, then describing the second photo for 10 seconds, answering the question about the first photo for 15 seconds, and finally answer the question about the second photo for another 15 seconds. This should come up to about 50 seconds. Does this mean you can stop? No. You are going to keep talking till I tell you to stop. Don't know what else to say? Have you been paying attention to my class? Just talk about anything related to it. How the people might feel, how you would feel, what might the people be doing afterwards, etc. Never stop talking. After this is done, candidate B will be asked a question about the same topic, so B should pay attention to what A is saying. The answer to these questions lasts 25 seconds. Do you feel you have already talked enough in order to answer the question? I don't really care. It is up to interlocutor to tell you to stop. If they don't, then you have to keep talking forever. After this, the roles are reversed, and B does photos, and then A answers the 25-second question.
Part 3 is the weird part with the boxes that nobody knows for sure why it even exists at all. It is divided into two parts. In part 3.1, you have 120 seconds to discuss 5 subtopics connected to a main topic. Both students should take it in turns to talk about each subtopic. The book tells you that you don't have to talk about all of them, but the book is wrong. 120 seconds divided by 5 is 24 seconds. A decent strategy for this is candidate A talks about point 1 for 15 seconds, asks B what B thinks, B says yes and talks for 5 seconds more. These 5 seconds can be repeating part of what A said, like, it is indeed, as you said, cake is truly delicious, or you can add some extra information to it, like, my favorite cake is chocolate cake, but I'm not racist as long as it has no citrus. Then B starts talking about the second little box. Of course, the method is the same for all boxes. You should do the boxes clockwise. Google it. If you feel you have covered all 5 box thingies, then I don't really care, just keep talking forever.
In part 3.2, you are normally asked to do something like choose the best, most, worst list of whatever you talked about on 3.1. The boxes are the same. The best strategy is for A to choose whatever the hell and talk about it for 25 seconds and then pass the ball to B. B is going to disagree and choose any other option. It doesn't even matter if it makes sense, just talk about it for 25 seconds. After B has finished, A should convincingly agree with B. Yeah, you're right. I hadn't really thought about it, but now that you mention it, I do believe that is the best option. And has to finish with let's choose whatever the name of the box is. Did the interlocutor stop you? No? So keep chatting till you're stopped.
Part 4 is long questions to answer individually or in pairs. It's up to the exam people to decide. This usually takes about 5 or 6 minutes, but can be whatever they feel like doing. They are going to ask you questions to which you are supposed to answer for a long time, 20 seconds plus. These questions are not necessarily easy or hard, but you might not have thought about them before. If you need to, then buy yourself some time with things like, that's a very good question, or I had never thought about it before. If they ask you to answer the question in pairs, then please try to make it sound like a normal conversation and not two monologues. Make quick comments of like 5 seconds and keep going back and forth between the two of you. Never stop talking, even if you feel you have answered the question. And if you think the truth is too complicated or would make for a very short answer, then lie and keep it long. That is the end of the test. say bye, and leave. Never try to ask any questions about how miserable you might have done.
And that to me, ladies and gentlemen, is love. Kinda makes you cry, doesn't it?